Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London for your international news around the world in 5. The US President Donald Trump has defended his use of a prescription malaria drug to try to ward off the coronavirus despite medical warnings. Without offering any evidence, Trump told reporters that he thinks hydroxychloroquine gives you an additional level of safety, adding people are going to have to make up their own mind. The US Food and Drug Administration has warned about potentially serious side effects of using the drug in COVID-19 patients.
I think it gives you an additional level of safety, but you can ask many doctors are in favor of it. Many frontline workers won't go there unless they have the hydroxy. And so, again, this is an individual decision to make, but it's had a great reputation. And if it was somebody else other than me, people would say, gee, isn't that smart?
China says reunification with Taiwan is inevitable and criticised the congratulations of the US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to Taiwan's newly elected president. China's foreign ministry said that Mr. Pompeo's words seriously damaged the peace and stability of the Taiwan Strait and China-US relations. Pompeo made a statement of congratulations to Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen earlier this week. In a speech after being sworn in for her second and final term in office, Tsai said that Taiwan wants dialogue with China but cannot accept its proposal for one country, two systems. China cut off a formal talks mechanism with Taiwan in 2016 after Tsai was elected to office for the first time. In India, heavy rains and winds have lashed the eastern states of Odisha and West Bengal hours before cyclone Amphan made landfall. Rescue teams evacuated millions of villagers in an operation complicated by coronavirus. Extra shelters were being prepared in wholesale markets and government buildings, while masks and scarves were being distributed among the villagers to try to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Similar scenes could be observed in Sri Lanka, where the cyclone has killed at least 2 people. Heavy flooding has caused the collapse of 2 dams in central Michigan in the United States. This prompted officials to call for locals to evacuate the area. That's according to local media reports. Michigan's Governor, Gretchen Whitmer, warned of an historic high water level with the possibility that floodwaters could reach 3 meters in some locations. Residents were advised to seek higher ground as far as possible from the 2 flooding streams, the Tittabawassee River and the Rifle River. The American multinational company Johnson & Johnson has announced it will stop selling its talc-based Johnson's baby powder in the United States and in Canada. According to the company, that would be part of a broad reassessment of its consumer product portfolio, prompted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Johnson & Johnson faces lawsuits from consumers claiming its talcum powder products, including its baby powder, caused cancer, but the company has said it remains confident in their product safety. In Bolivia, residents have taken to the streets to demand an end to the country's coronavirus lockdown. They say the quarantine has left them without food and money. Bolivia is among Latin America's poorest nations, with many families relying on day-to-day informal work to make ends meet. But with restrictions on movement, residents have said they were impoverished by the quarantine and wanted to return to work. Demonstrators created road blockades with rocks and debris, prompting an intervention from the police and the army. Bolivia has recorded more than 4,200 coronavirus cases and over 170 deaths. A French team at a veterinary school is hoping to use dogs to sniff out people who are COVID-19 positive. According to the team, this could work thanks to the particular smell of a sufferer's sweat. The dogs scored at least 86% of success in sniffing out positive cases. However, the study is in its early stages and there has yet to be medical proof to back up these findings. And finally, Captain Tom Moore, who became a national hero in the UK after raising £33 million for the National Health Service in the run-up to his 100th birthday, has become a knight. Captain Moore will become Sir Tom after a special nomination from Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Mr. Moore raised the world record sum of close to £33 million after he completed 100 laps of his garden with the aid of a walking frame. For his 100th birthday last month, Queen Elizabeth agreed that he should be made an honorary colonel. He holds the Guinness World Record for the most money raised by an individual through a walk. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.